Hello, everyone. Good night. My name is Paulina Rosa Saez Beleño. Today I'm going to explain to you the topic and what things happening in this interesting and emblematic session. So this is the session based on flip classroom based on intercultural learning. Um, so the context with this session is to students. Sadly, in this session, this is the virtual session, it's normally that a little students connect to our session. And so in this case, I did this session with just two students, and their students have a basic level of English between A1 and between A2. So this is a virtual context. So I go to share my screen because I want to show you the preparation for this class. So the principal session that I try here is let's talk about movies, but we have two interesting objectives. In this case, this subject is based on the things that I am learned during this process in our course is technology in foreign language. So in this course, the teacher always teach us to access two kind of interesting objectives. This is the taxonomía de Bloom and the smart objectives. So here in this presentation, we can see a mix with these objectives. So the A, learning objectives at the end of the session. A student will be to organize at least 3 to 5 words about movies, mainly their oral intervention and successfully solving the activities. B, learning outcome. At the end of the session, a student will be able to talk for 3 minutes about their favorite movie, mention it at least 2 relevant about the proposed videos, and ask where the question immersed in their platforms. Okay. It's important mentioning that we use many platforms for this session. So I go to show you. Okay, this is a task during the class, task I'm planning aptly. So here the student needs to watch this video. So this is the original trailer. For example, here we can see one evidence about our session. So we have two students, to Jessica and Lady. So we watch this video together, and this video is a trailer about one movie, and the name is The Uglies. So we watch this video during the session. When we finish to watch this video, we continue to answer some question in the chat because it's complete because the level about these girls is so very basic. So the first of the session, they don't like with the confidence, and I think that they're a little scared for practice our speaking. So that the first, we use the chat on the sessions. With the second is a movie in an exercise in the interested platforms, and the platform is Ed Plus. So here's the evidence that we watch this video together, but it's normally that sometimes in in our session presents difficult. For example, in this case, the movie that I prepared to Egg Plus is never charging. So I remember that I paid the link and we open directly on YouTube. But we come back to the Egg Plus and we answer these words. This question. For example, here, what does Holt give Sophie? A mirror, a sofa, a leather, and the last option that in the correct option is a ring. So we complete this exercise together. In this part, the students many happy, and I feel very proud because the student many participate in this time. For the last, we have as a short exercise in generally, but is that true or false? In this question is about the movies to compare movies with the other countries, but I remember that one question is if sometimes Japan, sorry, is the only country in the world that make animes, but this is this is fails. Um, but until that, the exercise is very simple. It's important that the that is important that the students knew that exists this time of platforms, and we can learn this in we can learn many and yeah. For the last session, for the sorry, last exercise is that the students use this link, and this link is so very interesting because most the recognized movies in the world and what is the correct country, for example. I don't know, Lucy and El Juego del Calamar, or ¿Quién conoce a Joe Black? So, what kind of the country about these movies? So, I used, for example, this video because remind that our principal objective and based in the Philip classrooms is intercultural. That's why it is necessary that the students interacting and learn for the other cultures. So this is the Padlet. This is the Padlet. So I animate to the student use this page. I love this page, and I learn, and I remember that I learned in a Epica session, but it's like a forum online. So, for example, I go to show you here. This is the question that I put. Um, What do you think your favorite movie? Do you think the Japanese more are difficult, different from Colombian movie? Which country do you think that makes movie? So here, this is the opinion about Lady Milena. So she said, the movies in Japan are very interesting because it's a mistake here, with different drama to show how action, humor, or intrigued. The Japanese have so much talent and intelligence, and that the Colombian movies are more off topic. Everyday experience, for example, El Paseo Cuatro or Feo Pero Sabroso. These are the humor in Colombia talent. New York have a best movie because he's around the last case, construction, streets are beautiful. Oh, this is very interesting opinion that make late. So for the last session, so the last part is here. This is the criterion about our session. We watch this video and answer some in Ed Plus and answer some questions. It's interesting. It's very necessary and can help us to learn English. And for the last, in the final to our session, you can look here to 10 a.m. For example, it's normal. For example, Jessica need to leave the session, but for example, lady can describe for 3 minutes some aspect relevance about the her favorite movie, and in his case is Avatar. So I consider that the principal objectives is complete, so I feel happy in enrichment. So, for example, lady mentioned that she feel very confident and learning, and this session was different. She knows new things about the different platforms or page. For example, in the case of Jessica, this is so difficult. It's a challenge for me because the level of Jessica is A1. And I think that Jessica doesn't feel confidence to participate in a class, but I consider that we can do the better, and it's a enrichment sessions. Thank you.